The draft is almost here, and the Lakers have a chance to get some real talent, either by selecting in the draft or trading for a player. If it were up to me, I would look to trade down in the draft and acquire a veteran player like Royce O'Neal, Dorian Finney Smith, or Buddy Hield. And you will likely still be able to draft later in the first round. And I trust the scouting department to still draft a quality player a few spots down. So you're getting the best of both worlds. But as it stands, the Lakers still have the 17th and 47th pick. And I'm going to operate under the assumption that they'll use those draft picks. Also, I'm only going to discuss the 17th pick because with the 47th pick, there's just so many possibilities that late in the draft. So many things could happen. So I'm not going to go through all the names. I trust the scouting department to make the right selection as they've done time and again. But now let's see who the Lakers should draft at 17. So this first guy is going to be an honorable mention. I doubt he's available by the time the Lakers pick. He's projected to go in the lottery, maybe even top 10. Bilal Coulibaly. He's Victor Wembanyama's teammate in France. If he's still available, the Lakers need to snatch him quick because he has probably the highest upside out of all the players that are potentially in the Lakers' range. He's a strong athletic wing who's only 18, so he's still really raw, but I think he's shown enough to actually be a solid NBA defender right out the gate. Still a work in progress on offense, but he's shown flashes, and he had some big moments in the Metropolitans playoff run. Again, he's not likely going to be available for the Lakers, but some mock drafts have him going to LA, so it doesn't seem impossible the Lakers get him, but he's way too talented to pass up if he is available at 17. Jordan Hawkins is probably the best player that the Lakers could realistically get. He's a combo guard out of UConn, and depending on how free agency goes with the Lakers starting backcourt of D'Lo and Austin Reeves, they just might need one. His strength is definitely his shooting. He'll likely be an effective spot-up shooter at the NBA level, and he's shown some ability to pull up and score from the mid-range. He's a little older at 21, but that's not necessarily a bad thing for a team like the Lakers that's in win-now mode. I think Hawkins is someone that could realistically be a rotation player for the Lakers this season. He's not awful on defense. In fact, he's shown some defensive capability, but I don't think he'll ever be an elite defender. He's not the most athletic guy, so he probably doesn't have the highest ceiling. But I can see him being a solid NBA player. Jett Howard is probably my favorite realistic prospect for the Lakers in this year's draft, but I'm higher on him than most. Most mock drafts have him going in the early 20s. But if that's the case, and the Lakers really like this guy as well, maybe this is the situation to trade back in the draft if you know you'll still be able to get him later. I think the biggest thing is that he's a 6'8 wing, and the Lakers' lack of wings the past few seasons have made me hungry for them. But I think his strengths are the same as Jordan Hawkins. He's a good shooter that can potentially create his own shot off the dribble. He's also not a great defender or an elite athlete. A lot of that may be due to the injury that he suffered, but he has shown some ability. But at the very least, he has the size and length to pose somewhat of a nuisance to smaller players. He's the son of Juwan Howard, who was also his coach in Michigan, and sons of former players usually last a while in the league. So if you're gonna bet on someone, betting on a legacy isn't a bad choice. The last prospect here is Dereck Lively. If you're 7 foot and you're athletic, I think there's a good chance you'll have a place in the league. And Dereck Lively is definitely those things, but he's also more than that. He's already shown his defensive ability, earning ACC All-Defensive honors, averaging 2 blocks per game and 7 blocks per 100 possessions. The biggest thing for him on defense is he needs to get stronger and improve his rebounding if he's going to play against bulkier NBA bigs. Offensively, He has the skills of a traditional big man. He can finish around the basket, either as a lob threat or as a roll man. He doesn't have much of a post game, but who does these days? But he also has the weaknesses of a traditional big man. He's not a very good shooter from 3 or from the free throw line. But his stroke is promising, and that part of his game could be developed. But even if he doesn't improve his offense at all, there's still a place for him in the league. Think of players like Damian Jones and DeAndre Jordan. So that's who I think are good options for the Lakers at 17. And again, they have the 47th pick. And it seems like the Lakers are a prime destination for undrafted players. So they have plenty of opportunities to acquire talent that night. And the Lakers have been very successful having late to even no draft picks the last couple of years. So having one as high as 17 is really exciting. And I can't wait for draft night to come.